one I've never done individual, I did include the few that I had back when I had last done it. I did my full video game collection vid, but I didn't realize some of these are my fiance's games, so combining hers with what I've picked up at garage sales, because all the games I have now all came from garage sales the last, I don't know, that one came a little late, so the last 5 years, something like that. There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, I got, I think, 8 disc onlys. I've talked about this in the past if you've seen any of the videos, but she had thrown out her game cases for her Gamecube and Wii and DS games, and I remember I first saw it, she had a binder full of games. I'm like, where are the cases? I was like bugging out. I'm like, where are the cases? I guess she wanted to save space. And I look at it from a collector's point, but also if I wanted to sell them, they're not complete now, you know? Anyway, I took her games and mine. Actually, she still has the manuals too, and I have some manuals in these ones that I've gotten, so I might do. I was supposed to do a reading Goosebumps vid today, but I have a headache. It's getting a little better, so I wanted to do something kind of simple and not involving me having to like pay attention to words in a book. But I might actually do a reading Gamecube manuals vid tomorrow. If anyone's interested, let me know in the comments about that. But anyway, I'm going to start with the disc onlys. Like I said, she has the manuals too, but I'm not grabbing those. Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. I'll say which one's hers. This is one of hers. Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. It's a farming game. I think you can get married in these games and stuff. I don't have a lot of experience with them. This is another one of hers. Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex. I was going to say Vortex. This might have been the first one that had come out after Naughty Dog had stopped making them and moved on to, I guess, the Jak and Daxter games. Because this one was made by Universal Interactive. I don't know who owns the rights to this now, but these are cool games. They're just, straight running and jumping. You like running forward and jumping stuff. They can get extremely difficult as well. Actually, I'm just going to show the rest of hers now. The next 3. Animal Crossing. The one that started it all on the Gamecube. That people are obsessed with these games. I've not played a lot of it. I think I played some of it. Might have been their first DS one or one of those. I don't know. But they're like games where you build your house. You gotta decorate your house. You're talking to the townsfolk and doing stuff. You gotta keep paying Tom Nook, because Tom Nook is gonna take your money. He's gonna take your bells, I should say. He's like the owner of the town. But yeah, people love these games, and this is the first one. Mario Party 7. The only one I've ever had any actual experience with is Mario Party 10 on the Wii U. I was never into the Mario Party games, but I hear they're pretty fun to play with other people and can be infuriating as well. Super Mario Sunshine. This game, I played this game when it came out. I think it was 02 or 03. Maybe it was 02. And I tried playing it twice. I had owned it 2 different times. Or maybe I rented it once, but I definitely owned it once. And I'd sold it, but I played maybe like 2 or 3 hours. I could never fully get into this game. Past a few hours, 2, 3, 4 hours. I don't know why. It's not as platformy, although I heard that like at the end it gets like extremely tough with the platforming out of nowhere. But you have the what is he called? Your backpack, the water gun thing. It has a name, but you have to like spray graffiti off stuff. Was it Delfino Island? What was that thing's called? It's like I forget what it was called, but it's bad. It talked to you, like not actual words, like the Charlie Brown type. I think it looked really good though. I I couldn't get into it for a reason. I need to attempt to play it again for sure. You know, since we haven't, I'd have to play it on the Wii. But we have a controller and a memory card for the GameCube, so a lot of people actually really like this game, though. It's not that I hate it. I just for some reason couldn't get into it. Or the rest of all of my games here that I picked up at garage sales. So you've probably seen every single one of these games in a garage sale pickup. And I have sold some of the games I've gotten. You know, the one still I have from 2018, where I got that GameCube. I think it was $10 or $20. I forget. Maybe it was $15. But it had this game that I'm going to show in a minute. It had Simpsons Hit and Run, which I sold. I need to just, but the problem is that game keeps gaining value. It's had value for a while, but it had the Bad Boys game, like Miami Takedown or something, a GoldenEye Rogue Agent, and Pat and Kato's. It's like a card battle game. Aquaman, Fate Battle for Atlantis. I've not played it. I don't even think I've tested this yet. As well as the next two. X-Men Legends 2 Rise of Apocalypse. I have the first one, the Xbox. I'm keeping this one. I might end up selling those other two. This one and the next. The first one and the next one. But, I've always been a big kind of X-Men fan. I had some of the comics back in the day. Not like original ones. I'm doing like early 90s. I had a lot of the figures in the early 90s too. Like Wolverine, Cyclops, Bishop, Strife. I remember having Cable, Storm, Beast. They had a ton for almost like everyone. Omega Red, I think his name was. Sabretooth was another one I had. Magneto, I believe I had. Nightcrawler. I specifically remember like Cable, Strife, and Bishop having. And Apocalypse I had too, I'm pretty sure. I had some others as well. But yeah, this is like an isometric game, kind of like Baldur's Gate and stuff like that, where you play with, I think you play with more characters in this one. You play with the X-Men, and you play with like the Brotherhood of Mutants as well, because you're taking on Apocalypse. So. And the last disc only here is a Tech 2 Staff of Dreams. I don't even know if this works. It has crud on it and stuff. Maybe one day I'll test it. Like I said, these all came from garage sales. I will say real quickly about the GameCube. The GameCube is an expensive system to collect for, unless you're getting this shit at garage sales. Even third-party stuff is not overly expensive, but it's more expensive than like Xbox and PS2 versions. Case in point, I'll get to the ones here. Not that they're overly expensive, but like something like the Scooby-Doo game, Night of 100 Frights. PS2 is the cheapest. Xbox is actually kind of pricey too, and the GameCube one is like the priciest of the three. With those Scoob games and stuff, Prince of Persia games will be more money on the GameCube. Like a Blood Omen 2 will be more money. I can't believe that actually came out on the GameCube. And stuff like that, and some of these ones too. I guess Resident Evil 0. This is the original, I guess, chronologically, this would be the first one. You play as, this is Billy and Rebecca Chambers. This had the, you hit the, I think the Y button, and you bounce back from either of them. They can die off screen, I'm pretty sure. The whole beginning is kind of different. It takes place on a train, and then you end up in like another mansion type place. Once again, you can't walk and shoot in this one, so if you go back and play some of these older Resident Evils, it can be tough to play, because if you're used to playing the newer ones where you can actually move and shoot, it's actually hard to get used to these ones again. Still looks great though, just like the remake of the first one on the GameCube. The character models look fantastic, all the background, the still backgrounds look really nice. But yeah. This one I got at a G-Sale for 75 cents. That was 2 years ago, I think. Lord of the Rings 2 Towers. I've not played the one on the GameCube. PS2 that I completed on the Xbox. This one and not Fellowship of the Ring, Return of the King are really cool, kind of hack and slash games, obviously in the Lord of the Rings universe. This one you play as Legolas, Aragorn, and Gimli. In Return of the King, you play as Gandalf, Frodo, Sam, I believe, the two of them. Maybe Faramir as well. I can't remember. Or like Eowyn. I can't remember. But you play as more characters in that one. But they have like movie cutscenes from the actual movie in here as well. So you have the voice acting or the acting from the movie in here. It looks nice. It's a good, hack and slash game. You're upgrading your characters and stuff. The Return of the King has different paths you can go down. This one is straightforward. They did make a Fellowship of the Ring game, but it was not like these ones. But it's really cool, and it looks nice, If you're Lord of the Rings, pick these up. This is the player's choice. So you're going to recognize these two from the garage sale pickup I did a few months ago. MLB Slugfest 03. I have not played this. This is like I guess the arcade style-y game. I think it's midway, right? Yeah, so it would have been Slugfest, NHL Hits, NFL Blitz, NBA Jam, arcade style baseball with over the top stuff, like you see flaming bats and shit like that. These kind of games, just like arcade style fun games to play. Tiger Woods 04 for the Cube. Oh, this is actually a 2-disc game. I don't know why. But, I've played some of the Tiger Woods. I'm not sure if I played this one at any point. I played one or two on the 360 or maybe it's the PS3. I don't know which ones they were. Might have been like 08 or 2009, 10. And I did play one back in this era, but I can't remember what it was. I was actually looking at golf games today on Amazon to maybe pick one up, because I do enjoy playing golf games from time to time. But, yeah, Tiger Woods. And the last three are the Harry Potter games I got from that garage sale last summer that I got like a bunch of Harry Potter games. Chamber of Secrets is the first one. I own this now on like the Game Boy Advance, the PS1, and the Cube. This is the only one of the three that I have here that has a manual. I did play some of this one when it came out. I never completed it, I'm pretty sure. It's cool. I mean, if you're into Harry Potter, these games are cool. It does a good representation of Hogwarts and all that shit, and you're casting spells and stuff. I will say that these games are more... Prisoner of Azkaban on the Game Boy Advance is a turn-based RPG, like a Final Fantasy. I don't know why they don't make more Harry Potters in that style, because they're perfectly suited for that style. I was going to say perfectly suited, because they're baked. But yeah. Oh yeah, and you could actually, if you had that link from the Game Boy Advance to the Gamecube, I think you could like do stuff with the Game Boy Advance copy or something like that. Bring characters over or some shit. And you could apparently do it on this one as well, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban ban. Mini games connect to Game Boy Advance. Flybuck Beak. Face the Dementors. The Dementors were such a cool, kind of creepy thing. That suck your happiness out, right? Make you go nuts if you're like, they're like the guards of Azkaban. They just like fly around constantly, I guess, like draining their sanity, the people in there. I played it. I think I might have completed this one. I played a ton of this, I know for sure, though. Same thing, you run around Hogwarts, doing stuff. You go into some of your classes, and then you go out and do some crap. And the last one is Goblet of Fire, which does not have the free movie ticket. This one, I did play some of a while back, because I had picked it up at a garage sale for like the PS2 or something. I was testing it. This was probably 10, 12 years ago. This one's a little different because I'm not sure if this one takes place at Hogwarts at all. Like, it starts off immediately from the beginning of this movie where they're at the festival, the Triwizard Tournament. No, not the Triwizard Tournament. I think it's the beginning of this one where they're at the, it's the Quidditch Tournament, I guess the World Quidditch Tournament. And all of a sudden the Death Eaters come, I think, start blasting stuff, whatever they're doing. And you play, like, right out of the gate, you're immediately playing, and you can play as all three of the characters in this one as well. I'm pretty sure you can do in those first two. But it was 1 to 3 players. This was more almost like an X-Men Legends or something like that, where, you know, you battle and you run around the screen. Like I said, I didn't play much of it. Apparently you can compete in the Triwizard Tournament as well. But Harry Potter games are typically decent. I played Order of Phoenix on PS3. That was pretty good. The Lego Harry Potter is great. I know a lot of people said a lot of good stuff about the was it Hogwarts Legacy, whatever it's called, the one that came out, I guess, a couple of months ago. The open world one, which is also suited to Harry Potter, but I'm telling you, I think I don't know why they have not made more Harry Potter turn-based RPGs. Like, Prisoner of Azkaban is so good on the Game Boy Advance. Like, the spell, using certain spells, and like it just makes sense in that format. I don't know why they didn't do it more. I think the Game Boy Color version of Chamber of Secrets also had the turn-based style. But I think those are the only ones that did. I used to have the Quidditch game they made. I had it on the Gamecube. That was kind of fun, but it got repetitive pretty quickly. Like, for me, a lot of sport games get repetitive fast. But anyway, yeah, that is my smaller Gamecube collection, partially my fiance's as well. But thanks for checking us out, and have a good day.